There you go. 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 Get the ball. Go. She had to think about it. Hard-headed. Mary Jane went for the water bowl. Miss Dinky gotta make sure I get out. Good girl. Good girl. She knows her birthday is what, Thursday? I think she wanted the Supergirl or Batgirl collar or a little shirt. Like Nana had that Supergirl shirt. But for some reason, I guess that was like a fluke, you know, because I'm into superheroes and stuff. And I had Nana, and she wore all kind of shirts, but she was, you know, so little. And Mary Jane, she's just, I don't see her in shirts. She's got 2 sweaters, though, for winter. They, of course, match Miss Dinky's here. They have matching sweaters, 2 pair, two. They each have 2 sweaters that are identical, you know, to show their sisters, I guess, or whatever. But and Mary Jane's leash or collar has her name on it, and then it's a quick release tactical with the handle or whatever. But she's kind of low. I need a handle extension thing. But I would get them both a superhero shirt, or each. I would get them each Supergirl, Wonder Woman, Batgirl. I would get them each the same shirts, but of course different sizes. And then at different times they would wear, you know, like the opposite or whatever. And of course when it was like appropriate to wear, sometimes Miss Dinky, it's almost all can wear it anytime because of her hair and then her body thickness. But then Mary Jane, she's cold-blooded or hot. Mary Jane, like huskies or, you know, shepherd, blah blah blah. She can handle the chilly weather, and Miss Dinky, she don't like it. And then Miss Dinky, of course, she craves more warmer weather. And Miss Dinky and Mary Jane is like, no, I'm cool, I'm on enough, you know. So there's been times Miss Dinky will wear a shirt, then of course Mary Jane won't. But I would get them or have even looked, well, online kind of, for female superhero dog collars. Because I would get one Supergirl and one, I'd give Mary Jane Wonder Woman and Miss Dinky Supergirl, of course. But then I would use, but then of course if I could get different sizes in each, and then Batgirl and Wonder Girl, Spider Woman, Spider Girl, of course all the females, but can't find any. A Wonder Woman dog collar, a Supergirl dog collar, Wonder Woman dog collar for medium dogs, 40 to 50 pounds, small Supergirl collar, small dogs are up to 25 pounds, 20 pounds. Because she was getting, Miss Dinky, she was getting real plump and hefty, and I cut back on her food, so much. I was, again, in the beginning, okay? I cook 2 pieces of chicken, one for me, one for them. And I would half theirs. I would give Mary Jane half of the chicken breast, and Miss Dinky half the chicken breast. And and then I was like, well, damn, that's stupid. I'm pretty dumb because the sizes look. And so Mary Jane would get 2/3 and Miss Dinky would get 1/3. But I had to cut it even more than that, or Miss Dinky's, that is, just to get her to start losing weight and get on the right regiment, the right amount or whatever. And but like their dog food, they can have as much dog food as they want. I fill their bowls up. If they empty a bowl, I fill it up. Dog food. And they eat the Jinx dog food. It's pretty decent priced and contents, fiber, protein, and not a lot of grains and stuff, and stuff that they don't. Well, the Jinx, the one they have, it's basically chicken, salmon, and beef, but then it's with sweet potatoes, and they all have sweet potatoes and carrots or something like that. So it's either beef, sweet potatoes and carrots flavored or whatever, or it's salmon, sweet potato, carrots, or whatever, or chicken. And the first one I got for them to try, because we were switching dog foods to get a better brand of dog food, that was in a poor man's budget, but again sufficient enough, to make it last. We got the Jinx, the salmon one, and this was before Miss Dinky, but Mary Jane loved it. She loved it all. And then of course the chicken, and then we basically had chicken since then. I was going to get the beef one just to, we had all 3 of the varieties, and it was almost $5 more, and I wasn't hell poor again. I wasn't able to have $5 extra at the time, so I just bought the chicken again, and they really enjoy the chicken though. But then Jinx also has the wet food, and they have a wet food, and they have toppers or whatever, dog food toppers, and dog food like gravy toppers or whatever. And but back to that, so they really like the Jinx. Mary Jane, I tried her with the Bully Max. It's called Bully Max, and it's got a picture of a pit bull, muscle-bound pit bull, cartoon type animal on the front of the bag or whatever. And this is when I first got Mary Jane. And Bully Max, and then they have like big protein supplement, like whatever, treats, and whatever. And so we had just got Piglet, me and Mary Jane, and we were gonna, adopt Piglet, and I was again researching like diets and foods. Do you want water? Nobody wants water. And so I got Bully. So I was getting Piglet, so I got 2 types of Bully Max, and it had like blah 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 protein content and calories and stuff, like food or whatever. And so I got one strictly like for Piglet, and then one strictly like for Mary Jane. But then I was like, well, it doesn't matter, they can have both or whatever. And but it was seriously like a 4 or 6 pound bag, and it was almost as much as what I'm paying now for a 50 pound bag of the Jinx. And but I was like, okay, with the high protein content or whatever, higher protein and etc. Like people, etc., they won't eat as much, because the protein and stuff, it will fill them up or, satiate them. And so I was like, okay, we'll see. But also, I was researching again the diets, and it came to raw food, like raw chicken and raw hamburger and raw turkey, so. And again, I had Piglet, and Piglet was she was an American bully, and and she's down a chicken leg, like a piranha, or like, and Mary Jane, she wouldn't have none of it. She was telling me to cook the thing. She's like, well, you're giving me raw chicken for it. And so I would do chicken, but I would give Piglet a raw chicken leg, and then I'd cook the rest, and then they'd have chicken. But then I had to kind of stop that before Piglet went to her other home or whatever, because Mary Jane was like, well, you giving this damn dog a piece of chicken, I don't get nothing. I gotta wait. And so that wasn't fair to her, and so we couldn't do it. But then Piglet went to her home, another home, and but the Jinx has been pretty good. And we got the Jinx, like right now we got the chicken, and then I have a beef topper. It's like a gravy, like spread on it a little bit, but they kind of don't care for it. So I had to heat it up. The gravy, you got to heat the gravy up before you pour it on the dog food. They don't want cold gravy. Go. Dink. Dink. Dinky. Hey, baby. Dink. Nasty girl. Nasty girl. You get on people's business? You want a treat? I know it's pepperoni. Excuse me. Go. Go. That dog in the front of the dashboard of the Winnebago there or whatever, camper there. It's a big dog to be on that little dash. That's the kind of size of camper that I want though. I would love to have a Chevy van, cab type, and then the camper, small camper. It's not too big, but it's not small. Perfect size for a man, these dogs. But I'll never be able to afford it. Sit. Sit. I'll never be able to afford it ever. Stay. Oh, stay. Go. Go. Come, this way. Have a good day. Hey, Brownie. Hey, Mr. Brownie. Hey, little Brownie. Hello, Brownie, baby. Hello, Brownie. I know. I got you a big... There's a pepperoni. Mary Jane, a piece? Little Brownie's like, pepperoni, where's the chicken ones? Go. Who's the big boy? Who's that boy right there? Who's that big boy right there? Who's that big boy right there? Hey. Who's that big boy? Who's that big boy? Get a chance, see chance, get a chance. That's far, that's far. You good boy, you good boy. Who's that good boy? You a good boy. Stay right there, we love you. We love you, buddy. Go. Hey, there's that girl. Go ahead, sit. Right there, sit. Miss Dink. Miss Dink. Sit. Stay. Let's go. Oh. Hey, baby. Let's go. This way. This way. No, Jane, you don't want this? Here. 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 You don't want it?